You are raising your daughter now. You're raising a child you fought for so hard. Does it change how you parent her? Like, does it change how patient you are, how present you are, how aware you are? Did it change anything for you?
I think that certainly it did impact how I was approaching motherhood. Also being 34 or 35 at that time, I feel like I was a bit more mature and prepared. Because I went through IVF, it was very intentional. My approach to things was very intentional. I was reading a lot of books. I wanted to make sure that I do things at the right time. Sometimes acting as if, you have to follow some manual, sometimes instinctively, intuitively. But yes, I wanted to make sure that I do everything right. The breastfeeding part, the right introduction of foods, the right materials to wrap her in, just making sure that everything is natural, clean. And I was one of those moms. Organic foods, organic cotton, and things like that. Because I grew up eating organic and not knowing anything else. Not because I grew up in a rich family, because there was no other option.
Right? That was the only thing available.
I could tell the difference between the two types of foods. So it was very intentional. I believe that many moms who did not go through IVF probably have a similar approach, but I know that IVF process did impact how purposeful and intentional my parenting style was.
That's interesting. I love how you use the word intentional, because like the whole IVF journey and the whole process, it's all intentional.
Exactly.
Obviously. It's never an accident, right?
Correct. Yes.
When did you start thinking about, okay, so I know that you told your daughter about your journey and how she got here, but when did you start thinking about telling her? Or did you ever think about, you need to tell her how she was brought into this world?
Yeah, absolutely. I was planning on telling her at some point, whenever it would be appropriate. There was no secret about it in our family at all. I happened to tell her much sooner than I planned or expected.
There you go. Their own rules, not ours, right?
Exactly. Yeah. She just caught me by surprise so much that she shocked me.
She did.
She shocked me, and I had to explain to her the whole process. And at the age of 4.5 or 5, she was at that time. She understood it as much as it was possible for her age.
How she was brought into this world.
Yes.
Do you mind sharing with us the story of why you told your daughter about the journey, how she was brought into the world, and what happened there?
Yeah, it's an emotional story. So she was only 4.5 or maybe 5, as far as I remember, and she was fearless at that age. I was always worried that she will get herself into trouble. She will hurt herself. You know how kids at that age, they run towards traffic. They don't understand what can happen. They don't know. And so basically the first years of life, you focus on making sure they stay alive. Just that.
Mouthing the exact same.
Yes. And oh my goodness. So we were at a play date with her friends and her parents, and she kept hiding behind the building. And we were in the area where there was some traffic. So I was constantly worried that there will be a car and that it can get her. So I was strict with her several times. Please don't hide from me. Say where I can see you. And at some point, and she kept hiding from me. I couldn't understand why she keeps challenging me that way.
Fun.
Yeah, it's fun for her. It was fun for her, for sure.
Of course it was.
And I could tell that she's upset, and she's kind of looking at me with her head down. And then she finally told me, if you don't like me so much, why did you even have me?
Oh my goodness.
That was a shock to me, that out of this whole situation, that's what she thought was happening, that I don't like her.
Oh.
So using that strict tone, and my own fear was interpreted as me not liking her. And I was kind of left speechless. So when we came back home, I sat her down as much as it was possible for her to sit
Yeah.
for some period of time. And I started explaining to her that not only I like her, I love her, and she knows that I love her, but not only I love her, I was planning her birth so thoroughly. Unlike a lot of other parents, she's all planned out, and her birth was so intentional that this is how much I wanted her.
Oh.
And I explained why I was so strict. I don't know if she really understood at that point, but at least she learned the story. She understood that she
you
was
fought so
really
hard.
desired.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, that's how our first conversation came to be.
Oh wow. And now she realized how much you wanted her and how much you fought for her to come to this world.
Yeah.
Okay. What was her reaction? About, like you said, you tried your best to explain it in a way that would be, or would make sense to a full 5 years old kid. What was her reaction back then when she knew or when she understood that she was an IVF baby?
So she had some questions about it, and she wanted to understand how are other kids born, which again is one of the topics that I didn't plan on talking to her at 5.
Yeah.
But we ended up talking about it because she was asking very specific questions, not like a general question. So how are other kids born? She was just digging deep to the bottom. So without any embellishments or stories, myths, I decided to tell her the way things are in very simple words, as much as she could understand. So we happened to have that conversation when she was 5. She already knew how children are born, that there is intimacy between parents and things like that. So she felt special because she was already in the know.
Yeah, of course. She's
on
like
such
special.
a grown-up topic.
Yeah.
And she felt special that she was
created in a special
created
way.
in a lab.
In a lab, exactly.
Yes, she loves to tell people that she was created in the lab.
Oh, so do you feel like her story kind of shaped her personality a little bit, or like maybe
definitely
affected that part? So she's proud.
She's
of
proud.
her story.
She's proud, and she's using sarcasm sometimes to explain her behavior, but not in a self-diminishing way. More like, oh, maybe I am this eccentric because I was made in the lab, or something like that. Yeah, like she likes to bring it up once in a while.
Wow. Yeah. Well, like you said, like the sci-fi film was like very special.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
Science was involved. It's not just,
by accident.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm gonna grab some water actually.
Okay.
Me too. I was wondering if you wanted some water as well. I feel like we're gonna talk more and more about your daughter, and now she's 12, right?
Yes.
And she's an artist. And also, I know that she's a proud advocate for the LGBTQ plus community. Tell us a little bit about the person she's becoming now.
She's becoming an empathetic, confident, eccentric. Now, I know this word has several meanings, but I mean it in the best way possible.
Yes.
She dresses in a funky way, in an eccentric way, to emphasize her artistic nature. She is a good friend, I can see, based on how she communicates with her friends. She's an amazing daughter. I'm learning from her, so there is a lot to observe and learn. So she's becoming very interesting. You know how sometimes a person is just interesting and you want to talk to them and hang out with them. So
Yeah.
she's becoming a very interesting individual. Like you want
Wow.
to be around her.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's becoming more and more in tune with who she is. She's discovering herself now.
Wow. That's fascinating at 12 years old for your kid to
It's
be.
same for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
fascinating.
Amazing. So, is there a creative connection between you two? I feel like at the beginning of the interview, we kind of answered that question
Mhm.
with your creative business and
Yeah.
her creative nature and her being an artist. So there's that connection, right, between your event
Mhm.
work and her artwork. How would you describe that connection?
There's definitely a connection there. I'm a huge supporter of her art skills. Um, the connection turned into me just helping her become who she is
Mm-hmm.
and wants to be.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to be always on the lookout of any events, any activities that can help her
Yeah.
tap more into her talent.
Yeah.
And I offer her options, and she decides if she wants to proceed or not.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's old enough to seek her own options out as well.
Wow.
But in terms of connection, I try to keep her connected with the art culture here where we live in Orange County, especially as you know in Laguna Beach.
Oh,
It's
yes.
an art
I love
town.
Yeah, it is.
So
It's the place for art, isn't it?
and we spend a lot of time there. There are galleries. There's the famous college there.
Yeah.
We have friends who are artists. And I am now more into creative work as well. So
Yeah.
I feel like the connection is still building, is still forming.
Still developing as well, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is the best thing about being her mother now at this age? What's the best thing about being her mom?
Well, I have to say, absolutely, honestly, she is becoming so independent that I am happy that now I have plenty of time for myself.
Wow.
And it just happens so that I need more time for myself now more than before.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
So I have time to make sure that I have enough sleep, that I do my exercises, that I have time for my work. I love to meditate, so I have time for all of that, and I appreciate it so much. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest things. She's 12 and she now is self-sufficient.
Wow.
But at the same time, she still needs me very much.
Of course.
So for me to know that and to have time for myself, it's just the bliss.
Wow.
It's amazing.
It's so good to hear. I think a lot of other parents would be watching and be like, I want that.
Yes, at 12 years old.
12 years old. 12 years old.
Maybe
12 years
sooner.
old.
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Exactly. Each child is different. Yeah. Each child is different. So how does it feel now for you, Anya, to look at this fierce, creative, empathetic, kind 12-year-old kid that you know the exact journey it took you to get here and to get her here? How does it feel?
It feels like an achievement, to be honest. Yeah, I probably wouldn't say that to myself some time ago, but now I do feel like there is a big part of my attempts, my efforts, my work, my husband's work, of course. It does feel like an achievement, and there is a sense of fulfillment that comes through many different things in life, but through your child, I feel like this sense is the strongest, especially when you see them happy.
Exactly, that's your biggest achievement.
Yeah, it just gives me this sense of peace and fulfillment for myself. Yeah, that's what I feel.
I'm glad you're acknowledging this now. I'm glad you're feeling that, because that achievement and that pride is just okay, right. So now we're gonna talk. So because a lot of people are gonna relate to your journey, a lot of people are gonna relate to your story. However, not all of them are going to be like where you are right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
I want to
understandable.
know if there is someone, if someone is watching this
Mhm.
interview right now and they just got their diagnosis, they haven't started their journey through infertility or IVF or whatever it is that it was given to them, they're probably feeling exhausted or overwhelmed, or maybe
Mhm.
someone who went through a few IVF cycles and had that, experience and a little bit of hopelessness, we would say.
Yeah.
What message do you want to pass to them?
Mhm. Something that I would like to hear myself, that I would have wanted to hear myself,
Yes.
and something that I would tell those women, especially, and their partners too, or even if it's a LGBTQ plus couple trying to get a child, it's stressful process for them as well. I would tell to find a modality or modalities plural that will help them to regulate their nervous system. I think that's a foundational thing. We often cannot control the outcome, but we can create an environment within ourselves to help regulate our nervous system, not to control that outcome, not to try to control the outcome, but just go through the process in a calm manner. And I think being in that regulated state can do miracles to your body and help body produce the necessary outcome in the form of a child.
That's very important.
For me, it was back when I was going through IVF, it was my connection with nature. And I grew up to be a city girl. I am not one of those people who's outdoorsy, super outdoorsy.
Yeah.
But I cannot deny what nature does to our bodies, to our minds.
So true.
I went on walks along the beach, and if you don't live close to the beach, there are always places to find where you will feel calm and present in the nature, whether it's mountains or forest or even a desert.
Yeah.
So I went on walks, and I felt like being a part of something bigger, much bigger, looking at that big, endless ocean, calmed me and helped me regulate those nerves and anxieties building up, worries resurfacing, especially for those who are doing it not for the first time. I imagine there is a lot of reason for the anxiety to keep coming up.
Of course, but I'm fascinated by what you said, that being a part of something bigger would help us calm down our nervous system, looking at the ocean or going for a walk and trying to calm yourself down. But acknowledging also how hard it is, I think, is important, and to find a way to look after yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah. I would have to add that it's not just about looking after yourself. It's about what would also help me, if someone told me back then, to find time to really look within yourself instead of focusing on everything you have to do outside of you in order to get this baby delivered into your life or into your body first. Focus within yourself and truly, truly focus on loving yourself. Not just doing self-care, but loving yourself without any conditions.
Yeah.
It's not going to spoil anyone. It doesn't mean you'll become arrogant or too self-involved. Never. It doesn't work that way.
It's just so hard, though.
Changes someone's personality so much when you start to love yourself.
Yeah.
Only then you can truly reflect that love onto your child when it comes to life.
That's so important to say. I love that you said that. It's so important to love yourself, no conditions. Just as you are, as you
even as you're trying to get pregnant, even before you get pregnant or before the child comes into your life, just learn to love yourself.
That's Very important. That's really good advice. Thank you,
Mhm.
Anya. Okay. Now let's look back at your journey, because you did mention earlier, you said, I would tell myself this, or I wish somebody told me this. So
Mhm.
looking back, what is one thing you wish someone had told you before you started your IVF journey, and no one did back then?
Mhm.
What is that one thing?
Well, what I just mentioned about nervous system regulation,
Uh-huh.
I think if I knew more about meditation back then, that
Uh-huh.
would be my foundational modality.
Mm-hmm.
At the time when I was going through IVF, I did something like a prayer, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
but meditation is different.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I knew more about that modality. If someone actually told me more about it, instead of like giving me, here, read about this,
Uh-huh.
someone actually telling me, putting like real practical advice.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have that, and I'm not blaming anyone.
Yeah,
I was just not connected with the right people at the
yeah.
right time to know more about it. But I wish I knew about this modality back then.
Yeah.
It would have helped
Now,
me a
hopefully,
lot.
you will help other people. Like, hopefully,
Yes.
someone who's watching or listening to this
Yeah.
would be like, I need to teach myself about this, or I need to learn more
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then that would help someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what would you say? Because you just described the love and the connection between you and your daughter. What would you say to an intended parent who is terrified
Mm-hmm.
that the love they will have, or the love they have for a child, they would have through assisted reproduction,
Mm-hmm.
would be any different? What would you say to them?
If anything, it will be. No, I don't think it's possible for it to be more, because any parent will love their child as strongly as possible.
Yes.
But I think this love will be maybe for some parents more intentional,
Uh-huh.
more understanding of the fact that this is a separate human being that they brought into their life, not for their own legacy, but for this child's life and their development to become who they came here to be. I don't think the love will be less.
Absolutely
No.
not. Absolutely not. Right?
No,
Yeah.
it's impossible.
It's impossible. Yeah, I agree with you. Like you said, probably you prefer not to use the word stronger, but intentional. More
As
intentional.
soon as you check that this is your child,
check that.
I'm just
check
kidding.
check that. If you don't check the feet, right?
Yeah.
The feet.
Or whatever part of their body.
Her feet. I'm gonna be really curious to look at her feet now.
Yeah.
Okay. If your daughter, let's say one day in the future, if she watches this or if she reads about it one day in the future, what do you want her to take from this? What do you want her to take from our talk today?
Well, I would love for her to be proud of me. She's very respectful. She loves me. Obviously, she respects me, and she still comes to me for advice. But she's at that age when she's becoming really cool.
Yeah.
And she thinks she's so much cooler than her parents.
Yes, that's very normal.
Which is absolutely normal. There is no kind of upset feelings about that at all. But I wish that she sees this interview one day and that she admires me, and that she thinks that she has a pretty cool mom.
She does, 100%. I have no doubts that she will, and she definitely knows that she has a very, very cool mom, for
That's
sure.
my hope.
100%. Okay, let's quick close with like quick fire closing. Right. You need to say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay. I know that your candles in your candle like business, they're not scented, right? Okay, but I need you to think about the best candle scent for celebrations.
Apricot.
Ooh, that's so interesting. That just came through your mind. You never thought about it.
I don't know. Maybe because I had an apricot this morning and I love apricots and they smell so fresh and delicious.
They do, especially if they're organic.
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
one word to describe your daughter right now.
Confident.
I love that. I love that. And I must say, I met your daughter once, and I
Mm.
must say that's what her energy shouts out.
Yeah.
Confidence.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
amazing. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What does the perfect Sunday look like in your
Oh, that's easy. Going to Laguna Beach to snorkel,
house?
despite the season, and then getting acai in Laguna as well
Oh.
after we snorkel, and some delicious coffee.
Oh wow, that sounds like the perfect Sunday to me as well.
Yes.
Honestly, it sounds so good. Right, one last word. Anybody, one word that you think anybody going through IVF journey, or okay, let me repeat this. One word that you think an intended parent or anyone right now going through an IVF journey. What is one word you would like them to hear?
Love. No matter how cliche it might sound, just love for yourself, for your body. Can I say 2 words?
Yes, of course.
And compassion.
Love and compassion.
Compassion for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
for your body, for anyone involved. Let's say if there are people around you, and meaning someone who's going through this process, who doesn't quite understand and might say something that might trigger a reaction, might be insensitive, just know it's coming from their own problems. So build that compassion wall. Leave it behind that wall. It's that person's problem. If someone's triggering you and making you feel sad or worried, I would say be compassionate to them, but love yourself.
That's amazing. Anya, you have been amazing. We love having you here. We love that you came and you were a part of this interview. My hope is like anybody who's going through an IVF journey or any intended parent thinking about starting the journey would watch our interview today and think, I learned something and I'm gonna be more loving and compassionate towards myself.
So glad to hear. That's my hope.
Yeah, that's my hope too.
My experience will help someone.
Yes, we hope so too. Thank you so much, Anya. Cheers
Thank
to
you
you
for
and
inviting
cheers
me.
to your beautiful daughter.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to her.
Yes,
And
yes.
to you.
Cheers to her. That was so good, Anya. Thank you so much.
Wow, time